What do you do if you are falsely accused? This question came up because there is a tragic story out of Australia. In that story, Kathleen Folbig is a mother of 4 children who died. When she was tried in that case, the jury looked at some information and concluded that she must have killed her children. Here's the information they looked at. First, the probability that 4 children in the same family would die from natural causes. The experts said that is statistically virtually impossible. It's hard enough to get hit by lightning once, but to get hit by lightning 4 times, that's kind of what the argument was here, that sure, maybe 1 child death was an accident, but not 4 accidents in the same family. That's just statistically unlikely. The second piece of information the jury relied on was notes from the mother's diary. And it included passages that talked about her just feeling so isolated and sadness and great depression and grief. And the jury concluded that that is the sign of a psychologically tormented person and signs that she has enormous guilt over killing her 4 children. So this mom has served 20 years in prison. And recently, new scientific evidence came out that there was a genetic explanation for the children's deaths. So the prosecutor in that case, the lawyer representing the government, came out and advocated for this mom's release. And I think what's so tragic about this, and this is obvious, is it's awful to lose 1 child. How much more awful to lose 4 children? How much more awful than to then be accused of it yourself, that you did this to your children? And to add insult to injury, to then spend 20 years in prison? I mean, this mom has lived a horrendous sequence of experiences. And unfortunately today, as we are finding new technologies for DNA evidence, we are realizing that a lot of people are wrongly imprisoned through our legal system. So rather than getting into the politics of that and all the statistics and all the different kind of rabbit trails we could go off onto, the question today is, what do you do if you are falsely accused? The short answer is really simple. Contact an attorney with experience in the subject matter that you have been accused or that you are facing crimes in. Now, you might think, well, that's obvious. Why are you even telling us that? Because a lot of times when people are falsely accused, they don't pursue legal help for a number of reasons. You might think, you know what, I didn't do it. Justice will prevail. The truth will eventually be known. Well, as we know in this story with the mom, yeah, the truth was eventually known, but it was after serving 2 decades in prison. So truth may be known eventually, but that may not be soon enough. Another reason people often hesitate to reach out to attorneys is because of the cost. But I can tell you that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, to borrow a phrase that I was taught as a child. In other words, getting in there early to avoid a bigger problem is far less expensive than waiting to defend it later. Next, an attorney can often help point you in the right direction for other resources that can be helpful, other experts. For example, maybe it's a therapist of some type, or a psychologist or a psychiatrist. Maybe it is a support group for others who have gone through something like this. Maybe it's educational resources like a book or a site online. If you are falsely accused, I recommend as soon as possible reach out to an attorney in that space. If nothing else, so you have somebody lined up you can contact if very quickly things go bad. All right, well, thank you for joining me here today. If you would like more information on me, you can find it at aaronhall.com. If you would like to follow us on other platforms, just search for Aaron Hall Attorney on the various other social media platforms. And if you have other questions, I'd be happy to see about answering them in future YouTube live videos. Feel free to add them in the comments below. It was great talking with you today. I hope this was helpful, and let's stay in touch. You can sign up at aaronhall.com/free if you would like to receive those exclusive training videos for people who are trying to avoid common problems in small businesses. Have a great day.